Okay, you guys, to piggyback off of my rant from yesterday, and by the way, I'm walking home and it's late Friday night, and I also have nothing better to do. So pretty much I was like, let me give rant part two. So, rant part two is mental health trendiness. So, as you guys remember, a few years ago, well, not a few years ago, but like several years ago, there was the whole OCD trend. And the OCD trend was when everyone learned about the word OCD. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so OCD about this. I'm so OCD about that. And it's like, you're literally not OCD. And granted, I'm not shading anyone because I myself have said I'm OCD about certain things. But now the new term in terms of like mental health, the next trendy word is anxiety. If you can tell me how many times I've heard the word anxiety, I have anxiety, this gives me anxiety in the past like year or 2-3 years, I will also, I'm walking across train tracks, hopefully like I don't die. But yeah, I think, what do you guys think about this? Sound off in the comments as always. But I do feel like there are waves of trendiness. I'm not trying to diminish actual anxiety and actual OCD, because I'm sure they're real problems, and I think even depression has gone through a trendiness, and I don't know when, or maybe it's just more long term. But I do feel like these terms and these labels go through trendy phases. And I don't know if it's just the communities I'm involved in. I don't know if it's just the communities I'm involved in, or if it's just LA, or, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not just these like areas and people, but I just feel like, this shouldn't be a trendy thing. Like, you either have it, and I don't know, I guess maybe the answer to this is that because these like things become popular, more people realize that they have it, whereas before they didn't realize they had it because maybe they just thought it was like normal for them. But I do have to say, it really does bother me when like there's a word that's presented in like mass culture, and then all of a sudden everyone has anxiety. Like, really? Like, that's very, very hard to believe. Like, you didn't have anxiety last year, but all of a sudden now that it's trendy, you have anxiety. Okay, cool. I guess that's how it works then. But yeah, so that is my rant part two. Rant part one, if you didn't hear it, go to my other video, which is about introvert and extrovert. And I do feel like that is tangentially related, because those are not necessarily like diseases or mental health disorders, but I do feel like, again, I don't know, I feel like introvertism is really trendy right now. I have to say, like, being an extrovert was always trendy because you're kind of like expected to be really social, and that's seen as a very positive thing. But I feel like the past, I don't know, like year or few years, I've been seeing like being an introvert is so trendy, but it's also like, you're not a real introvert. Like, I'm sorry, stop saying you're introverted when you're actually not. Also, stop and smell the roses, or whatever flowers those were. But yeah, like, if you're a real introvert, you're not gonna be sitting there being like, I'm an introvert, look at me. Like, that's literally not what an introvert does. So, and as an ambivert, I do feel like I have introvert tendencies. So like, usually when I'm being in my introvert little like moment, I'm not sitting there like begging for attention, because the whole point is that I don't want to be around people. So anyways, I'm gonna cancel this and keep walking home, or close this, not cancel. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about trendy mental health labels. Peace out.